Dr. Gardner, I have to tell you, I take great offense. You're respectful people, honorable people can disagree on policy. To question Democrats' commitment and patriotism is unacceptable. I love my country, and I know my colleagues do. I am committed to the country, like Rear Admiral Montgomery, Ambassador Smith, our colleagues here. We take an oath to defend the Constitution, and we do that with seriousness and integrity. So I take great offense. We live in a great country. We are a beacon to the world. I am the father of a Navy veteran. Like Admiral Montgomery, he was a surface warfare officer, and we can disagree. We don't need to besmirch each other's commitment to our country. Rear Admiral Montgomery, in your opening remarks, you stated, I'm going to quote you here, "I firmly believe that NATO can serve as a bulwark that brings transatlantic alliance through the challenges posed by a rapacious authoritarian state, Russia, and the China-led axis of aggressors that supports and enables Russia." And I think we agree on that. My question for you is it can or is it must? Must NATO be at that forefront?
Yeah, in my written I said can, and in my oral I said must, because I believe it's must. I mean, look, there is no substitute for us. I agree with Niall and his characterization of French President Macron's initiatives here. They're going to go nowhere. It needs to be us. It needs to be NATO. Myself, Chairman Self, others have served with NATO over 40, 50 years. We are the bulwark of democracy in Europe, and we are the only thing that is strong enough to defeat them together. Europe has to spend more. We have to spend more. We're going to go below 3% in real GDP, defense spending and GDP, not the numbers that we get from some disarmament agency in Scandinavia. We're going to go below 3% over the next 2 to 3 years. We need to get ours up. They need to get theirs up. It's the only way we can defend ourselves.
And I think it was Ambassador Smith, you talked about it. We need to do that in a coordinated way. We need to have a strategy, and a strategy follows a vision of the role of NATO, what role it plays today, but also into the future. What do you see as the role for NATO looking to the future?
Well, I would like to see I would like to see the alliance complete that strategy on Russia. I think existing in a world where the allies can't agree on a Russia strategy doesn't bode well for the future and this huge surge in spending. But from a more technical perspective, I think NATO can help drive co-production. We've heard a couple of great examples today. I often point to the case of Spain, Romania, Germany, and the Netherlands coming together with Raytheon to build the GEM-T missiles for the Patriots. Those types of co-production efforts are the way of the future. And NATO can help that happen, but not if the alliance is hemorrhaging trust and Europeans feel like they want to back away from us. So the U.S. has to recommit. This summit is going to be very important in terms of the signals the Trump administration is going to send. And it should, in my mind, allow the alliance to move forward both with the Russia strategy and allow it to push forward on those joint ventures that I just mentioned.
I couldn't agree more. You answered actually my follow-up question, which is that U.S. role. What is the impact of messages coming from the administration, the going one way on Monday and a different way on Tuesday and a complete reversal on Wednesday? What's the impact of getting to the strategy and the vision we need to achieve?
And let me give you just one example of where we are with public attitudes in Europe. In Denmark, they have created this app on your phone so that you can go through the store and find U.S. products so that you can avoid them. That's where we are right now.
I attended
right?
I attended a wedding in Canada last weekend, weekend before last.
It's not good. It's not good.
We went in to buy a bottle of wine. There is no American alcohol in the liquor stores, and we're seeing that. Rear Admiral Montgomery, I want to give you the last word here. What is the impact of the inconsistency from the U.S. if we're going to achieve the strategy you talk about if NATO must lead the way?
Look, as a military planner, I ran our plans in U.S. European Command and our operations in U.S. Pacific Command during my career. And the one thing that any military planner or operator wants is consistency. We need to have consistent, stable resources, operational plans, and direction from senior leadership. In the end, the president makes the direction, and we need to flex to it. But consistency is always a preferred condition.
Thank you, and with that, I yield back.
I thank the witnesses for their valuable testimony. the members for their questions. The members of the subcommittee may have some additional questions for the witnesses. I will ask you to respond to those in writing. I will certainly have one